Oh, what is going on? It's time for another match reaction, and it's a much happier one today, as Liverpool run out 2-0 victors over Red Bull Leipzig in the Champions League. It's a much better result after our recent form, of course. We've recently lost to the likes of Burnley, Brighton, Manchester United, got absolutely destroyed by City and Leicester. So it's nice to not only get a win away from home with the away goals as well, but also keep a clean sheet. It's a very, very, very good win from Liverpool. Obviously, both the goals came about from Leipzig defensive errors, but it's not about... The main thing in football is you've got to force the errors, and when you've got to capitalise when the errors do come about, and that is exactly what Salah and Mane did for their goals today. Overall, the performance was brilliant. I thought, as a team, we just looked a lot stronger than we have done in recent games. Leipzig did have more shots than us. We had more shots on target. It's not about stats at the end of the day, is it? It's about a genuine team performance. Honestly, I thought every single one of them was class today. Every single one of them, absolute class from start to finish. Some might not have been as good as others, but they were still class. Alright, let's go for my player ratings then. So Alisson gets a 7.5. He looked a lot more confident today. Hang on, let me just move away from the light. Hold on. Moving away from the light. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, the thing fell off my iPad. So Alisson, he gets a 7.5. Like I said, he looked a lot more confident today. He made some brilliant saves. Still a little bit shaky with his distribution. He still looked like he was panicking at times, but at least he didn't give the ball away this time and gift away a goal to whoever. Robertson gets an 8.5. He was really good down that left hand side today. Crosses weren't as good as normal. But that was literally the only downside to Andy Robertson today. He was brilliant. He even tried to lob the keeper from 45 yards, so you can't really complain. He came that close. In fact, it was so close that he made the keeper put his head through the net pretty much. If you didn't see it, go watch it. It was really funny. Centre-half partnership. Henderson, 8.5. The only time he put a foot wrong in that match is when he got himself booked. He didn't need to do that. He'd already forced them out wide. He didn't need to make that foul. But that's it. Besides that, it was brilliant. Kabak, 9. Yeah, Kabak gets a 9. He was phenomenal today. He was getting the ball clear. He tried to take it through the whole Leipzig team at one point. He nearly did it. Only to be bodied off the ball by Upamecano on the edge of the penalty area. But he was brilliant today, Ozan Kabak. He looked a lot more comfortable than he did against Leicester. Trent, 9 as well. Ridiculously good down that right hand side. I thought he was bound to get an assist at some point. Unfortunately for him, he didn't. But the amount of ground he covered today was ridiculous. There probably wasn't a blade of grass on that pitch that Trent did not cover. He was everywhere. Jones also gets a 9. Very high ratings. I thought Curtis Jones was, again, phenomenal. I say this a lot, but he was. I wouldn't say it's one of his best games, but it's definitely not one of his worst. Do you know what? Yeah, it is one of his best games. It was one of his best games. Yeah, it was. It was one of his best games. It wasn't his best, but it was one of his best. He got himself an assist today as well. Can't really complain. Thiago gets a 7.5. He was winning a lot of headers, in fairness, and his passes were brilliant. The only problem I've got with Thiago is he dives into challenges a little bit more than I would appreciate. And he gets himself booked a lot of the time. Fortunately for him today, he didn't. But I thought the ref was quite lenient as well today. By the way, I must say, good refereeing. Not lenient, fair. He's fair and lenient. Yeah, that's what I meant. But yeah, Thiago needs to stop lunging into challenges. Ronaldo also gets a 7.5. He wasn't lunging into challenges, but he gave the ball away a lot today. Mane 8.5. He looked sharp from start to finish. He took his goal very well. Just ran himself into trouble at times. But again, a good performance from Mane. Salah also gets an 8.5 for the exact same reason as Sadio Mane. He took his chance really well, but quite often he ran himself into trouble. And Firmino gets a 7.5. He was okay today, Firmino. He just gave the ball away a little bit more than I would have wanted. He showed clear attacking intent today. Obviously, he took his goal really well. Unfortunately, it was disallowed because the ball had gone out of play. But he took it really well. 7.5. As for the substitutes, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain gets a 6.5. It was a little bit disappointing. I won't lie to you. I mean, he only played for like 20 minutes. But he came on and he put a dangerous cross into the box straight away. And that was it. That's about all he did. Besides that, he was giving the ball away a lot. He was trying to do too much. He was being a bit dangerous on the edge of his penalty area. It's a 6.5 for Ox. Shaqiri gets a 7. Just because he showed attacking intent. I didn't really see much from Shaqiri, but when I did see something from him, he showed clear attacking intent. And Nico Williams, I'll give him a 7 because he. Do you know what now? Nico Williams gets an N/A, not applicable. He didn't play for long enough. He came on in the 90th minute for Mo Salah. And I think the only thing he did was get flagged for offside. So I thought the most dangerous player for me today from Leipzig was, of course, Angelino. He looked very dangerous. Sabitzer was quite dangerous as well as we expected, and Nkunku was quite dangerous as well. I was expecting a little bit more from Dani Olmo and Tyler Adams. I thought I wasn't impressed at all. Well, at times, should I say, with Upamecano. So he put some good challenges in, don't get me wrong, but he was very sloppy on the ball. Off the ball, he was making some really good challenges. You know, he was defending like a proper centre-half should. On the ball, he looked a bit sloppy. He was giving the ball away a lot in the middle of the park. And I feel like Upamecano probably could have had a better game. And as for Nordi McKeel, it was him. He slipped on his arse for the second Liverpool goal. Wasn't impressed with him at all. But the final thing I'm going to talk about related to Liverpool, then I'm going to talk about the Barca game. The final thing I want to talk about related to Liverpool is the fact that I really like how our attack actually showed attacking intent today. Over the last few weeks, the last few games that we've lost, our defence has been okay. It's been alright. We've been defending alright, with the exception of maybe Alisson over the last couple of games. But today, the defence was pretty much rock solid, barring a couple of stupid challenges. Why have you took me off the lineup? Thank you. And the one thing that we really needed was our attack to start firing. And it did today. Now, I am not going to say that we are back, because it is one game. Now we need to carry this into the Premier League. On is it Saturday or is it Sunday? I probably could have just clicked on Liverpool, to be honest with you, couldn't I? Probably. Oh, is it Monday? Oh no, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Is it? Where's the Premier League games for Saturday? It is Saturday, 5:30 on Saturday. Okay. So on Saturday at 5:30, Liverpool have a big game again. We have the Merseyside derby with Everton. Now, we've failed to win our last 2 games against Everton in all competitions. Both of them draws at Goodison Park. I'm not going to start ranting about the shite VAR decisions, by the way, earlier in the season. This is about now. Let's do a little preview of Liverpool versus Everton. Now, I really like the way Liverpool played today. Now we need to carry that into the Premier League. Everton, on the other hand, well, let's have a look at their last Premier League games. We're in luck. They've only actually won 1 of their last 5 in the Premier League, and that was a 2-1 win away at Leeds. The confidence booster for us going into this game is that Everton have actually, without a win in 2, we have lost all 3 of our last league games, but that Leipzig game will be a massive confidence boost. They are also going into this game on the back of a 2-0 loss. We'll be going into the game on the back of a 2-0 win. They've recently lost 2-0 at home to Fulham, who, in fairness, are showing that they want to stay up. Liverpool might have Fabinho back for that game. I think it's a doubt. I really doubt it. Henderson and Kabak look like they're very comfortable. The communication between Kabak, Alisson and Henderson today was impeccable compared to terrible against Leicester. But the final thing that I'm going to do is select a man of the match. And this is really difficult. It's between Jones, Trent and Kabak. We're used to impeccable Curtis Jones performances in the midfield. So let's wipe Curtis Jones out of this one. He was brilliant, don't get me wrong. So it's between Trent and Kabak. Now you might be thinking, oh, but for the same reason, Trent always plays really well. So wipe Trent out, Kabak's man of the match. Trent was exceptional tonight. If I could give him a 9.1, I would. But I can't. That's not how I work these ratings. But do I go for Trent or do I go for Kabak? That is the question. Kabak and Trent were both amazing tonight. It's a really difficult decision. I'm just deciding, hold on. Okay, I've made my decision. Man of the match is, drumroll please, Ozan Kabak. Yeah, I've gone for Ozan Kabak today. I thought he was impeccable. Trent is a very close runner-up. Alright, now I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and let's talk about the Barcelona-PSG game, where a Kylian Mbappe hat-trick absolutely minced Barcelona. Barcelona actually took the lead as well. They lost 4-1 in the end, by the way, if you didn't know. Lionel Messi put Barcelona ahead. Shock. It was from the penalty spot. The penalty looked a bit soft, but then on the replay you could clearly see that he did put his knee into Griezmann's foot. That sounds really weird to say, but just watch the replay, you'll understand. 5 minutes later, yeah, just 5 minutes, Kylian Mbappe equalised. It was 1-1 at half-time. You think, oh, this is a fair game. What's going to go on here then? Barcelona then go 2-1 down. Another goal from Kylian Mbappe, 65th minute. You're thinking, okay, they can come back from here. Bang! 70th minute, 3-1. Moise Kean makes it 3-1. You think, oh, this is a bit of a tough situation for Barcelona to be in, but I still think they can come back. Bang! 4-1 in the 85th minute. No coming back from this now. Bang! 5-1. Joking. It wasn't 5-1. But yeah, 4-1. Kylian Mbappe with what I think is his first European hat-trick. It might not be, but I think it is. I could be completely wrong, but I think it's his first ever Champions League hat-trick. But yeah, I'm gonna just quickly go to SofaScore to see what they gave the ratings for the Liverpool-Leipzig game today. RB Leipzig-Liverpool. I want ratings. Okay. The lowest rating on the pitch was Nordi McKeel, who got a 5.8 for his slip. Man of the match was given by SofaScore to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who got a 7.8. I think that's a little bit of a harsh rating, to be honest. My man of the match, Ozan Kabak, got a 7.5, and Jones got a 7.6. Mane got a 7.7. Gini Wijnaldum, like on my one, got the got the joint lowest on mine, with the exception of Ox. But yeah, Gini got a 6.6. I got the same rating. Ox got the same rating as me, as the one I gave him. He got a 6.5. Although he actually got a higher rating than Xherdan Shaqiri. He got a 6.2. The full ratings were Alisson 7.4, Robertson 7, Henderson 7.1, Kabak 7.5, Trent 7.8, Gini 6.6, Jones 7.6, Thiago 7.2, Firmino 7.3, Mane 7.7, and Salah 7.2. Leipzig's best player was, of course, voted as Angelino, who actually got a higher rating on SofaScore than Andy Robertson. He also got a higher rating than Mo Salah, who literally scored a goal. I'd give Angelino a 7. Did you see his finishing tonight? Both of the times when he tries to smash the ball on the volley from the edge of the box. He did that twice today. A corner flag on both occasions. Well, yeah, that's my Liverpool versus Leipzig, or Leipzig versus Liverpool reaction done. I am now going to go and relax with some FIFA. Probably going to start a new Liverpool career mode, just to chill. And I shall see you all in the next video, which will be answering my tells, which I'm recording on Thursday.